I am here today to talk about living with chronic illness and chronic pain. So if you're like me, out of the millions of people who live with an invisible illness, you probably understand where I'm coming from. So let me explain it for those of you who don't, and those of you who know, I hope you feel seen. So first of all, I live with a hiatal hernia, Crohn's disease, degenerative discs between L4 and L5 and L5 and S1. And I have chronic headaches, and I have ADD, and I suffer from depression, probably from all these things. I think that's about it. I have other things, but they're not really considered illnesses. They're just my quirks. So living with these things, I have actually lived with degenerative discs since, it's been way more than 10 years at this point. How old am I now? 40? So it's been since I was 29, so 11 years, 28, something like that, 10, 11, 12 years. And as you know, as a chronic pain sufferer, if you deal with it every day, it becomes your normal. And my normal pain scale has changed. So people who don't suffer from pain every day, when you go to the doctor and you talk about your pain level, you say you're at a 5, you're probably in really bad pain. I say I'm at a 5, that's normal. My pain is at a 5 every day. Let me switch arms here because my arm's getting tired from holding my phone. And having a baby was a 10. Okay, let's put it that way. Having a baby for me, pain level was 10. And because I live with chronic pain every day, I deal with pain differently and I manage my pain differently than most people. I don't take opioids to manage my pain because they make me feel so sick. We've tried a lot. And so I take CBD oil sometimes. I'm currently going back to physical therapy. And on top of that, I just do what I know I can. So I can't stand or sit or lie down for any long period of time. So there's a lot of me getting up, walking around, sitting on heat, sitting on ice, basically managing my day by getting up and down, up and down, up and down 100 times a day and moving constantly. Because if I actually sit for too long or lie down for too long, I start to get bad headaches from the pain. And so moving is good because 1, it keeps me healthy, and 2, it helps alleviate some of the pain for a while. But then if I walk too much, then I'm in pain again. So it's like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So there's that part of it. So most days are just managing that day. There is no like planning for the future. People are like, hey, can you come do this? I'm like, yes, but know that I might have to cancel last minute. And that is something that people who don't live with chronic pain don't understand. And unless you live with chronic pain, you will never quite understand what it's like. It's like, imagine the worst you've ever felt in your entire life, the most pain you've ever felt. Did you break an arm? Did you have a migraine? Did you give birth to a child? Did you, whatever it is, think of that. Can you imagine feeling like that almost every single day when you wake up and having to live that way and not getting a lot of relief because there isn't help? Not to say the healthcare system has failed me. It's just not finding answers, right? They've done everything they can. They're helping as much as they can. Like I said, physical therapy is helping, but it's not fixing. And I'm not a candidate for surgery, so I just live with it every day. On top of that, the Crohn's is a fun one. Hiatal hernia just makes me have like acid reflux sometimes. So whatever, ideal. I don't eat anything crazy because I have Crohn's anyway. So I don't eat anything spicy, nothing acidic, no caffeine, no onions, no garlic, nothing. No pepper, guys, no pepper. I'm going to move over here because the sun keeps changing a little bit because it's sunny out, which is great. The weather we're having is really nice. But if you have Crohn's or other IBD or ulcerative colitis, you understand what it's like to basically have every poop is an emergency. People think I'm joking. I'm not joking. 99% of the time, it's like an emergency. So you also can imagine not wanting to go anywhere, not wanting to leave my house, right? I'm in chronic pain, so I don't want to sit in a car or a plane or anything to travel. I don't want to go anywhere that I'm too far from a bathroom for too long. I'm currently in remission, which is great because I'm not going to the bathroom like 6 or more times a day, and it's not an emergency every time. But then I'm on the other spectrum where then I just can't go. Do you guys have that problem? Where it's like you're going, and now it's like you can't stop going. And it's like one or the other, like you're really, really going or not at all. So it's been kind of a roller coaster, but it makes you feel sick all the time when your guts hurt. Your guts hurt. Have you had diarrhea before? Imagine how your stomach feels. That's my stomach like 75% of the time. And so if you live with some kind of IBD issues, again, it makes you not want to go anywhere because sometimes your guts hurt and you don't have to go to the bathroom, but you don't know. It's like playing roulette. Like if I leave and I have to have emergency poop, where do I go? Especially if I'm driving in the middle of nowhere, which has happened before. There's been some roadside incidents, guys. How many have had that? Yeah. So as you could imagine, leaving your house and planning and doing things becomes different. You navigate the world differently. You have to do things differently. And you don't plan the way you used to. And I went through a really big period in my life where I guess was going through the 5 stages of grief because I really felt a loss when I was like, oh, I can't travel, I can't do things, I can't blah, blah, blah anymore. And I'm still sad sometimes about that, but not as much because now I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to do those things. I want to find things that I can do at home with my family or do close to home. So that way I feel safe and I feel secure. And I know that if I'm in a lot of pain, I can go home. And so you just learn to do your life differently. That's it for today. I just thought I would kind of give an overview of like what I'm going through, and I'm sure a lot of other people are going through. And I'll be back again to talk more about chronic illness and living with pain. I'm not here to be a guru. I'm not here to inspire you. I'm just here to talk about it. And if you get something out of my talks, great, let me know. But I just want people to feel seen and heard, and I want to normalize the conversation, right? So hashtag make it visible. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.